Hello, beloved community. I'm Alexandria Barker, creator of Becoming an Empowered Empath, The Journey to Joy, this group, and also the creator of the Empowered Empath, a program that I offer. So I wanted to speak to you this morning about something that a lot of you have been writing into me about, the problem of repeatedly attracting narcissists into your life. And I know that this can be a real issue with a lot of you. It certainly was with me. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my own personal background with this. So I literally spent decades trying to disentangle myself from a relationship where my gifts, who I was not valued. And in fact, I was the scapegoat for anything that went wrong in the relationship, in the marriage, with the children. Anything that went wrong at all was always my fault. And I internalized that, just overhearing it over and over and over and over. And I'm sure that some of you can relate to that. But the difference is I had already been a healer and a teacher, a spiritual leader for 20 years. And I was still encountering all these issues. I had been a vibrational alignment life coach, a Reiki master, crystal therapist, and so much more. I was a speaker, I was an author, and yet despite all of the self-work I was doing, and I was working the system, believe me, I was doing everything I possibly could. I was following Abraham Hicks at the time, and I was doing lists of appreciation, gratitude. I was acting as if, because, I believed that if I saw him in a certain light, then he would vibrationally fall into that pattern with me, and he would be all that he could be, which was all that I had wanted for him and for myself and for the children. But despite all the work I was doing, and I was investing over an hour a day just focused on fixing the relationship, fixing the narcissistic alcoholic that I was with. But you know what? Nothing changed what I was living. It all just continued, and in fact got worse and worse until the emotional abuse became so much that I literally could not bear it anymore and had to leave after 31 years. But really, it just seems so ironic because, for heaven's sake, here I was, a healer and a teacher, and I was helping countless other people escape their narcissistic entanglements that they had found themselves in, and I was relieving them of this burden and seeing them go on to blossom and be strong and shine their beautiful lights. But yet I was still stuck because of this deep-rooted belief system that was just keeping me feeling like just keeping me locked into this situation. I had become disempowered by my very own empathic ways. And it was really just locking me more and more into this situation that was getting worse and worse and worse. If you've ever heard of the analogy about the frog, there's a story of two frogs. And before I say this, I like frogs. I used to have a frog pond. I would go frog hunting, catching them and releasing them with my grandson. I have nothing against frogs. But there's a story about there's a frog that is thrown into very hot water in a pot. And the frog jumps out right away and saves himself and is fine. Second frog, they gradually increase the temperature, just a little bit at a time. And the frog isn't really aware that he's more and more in hot water until he dies. And so that's sort of sad for the frog, but it's also sad for the empaths who find themselves in similar situations, because the emotional abusers, the narcissists in our life, they just keep turning up the heat, don't they? They just keep lowering the bar and turning up the heat until we're just like, I can't stand it anymore. And I know a lot of you have been in that situation, and a lot of you may be in it right now. But I just want to tell you, I climbed out of that dark hole. I saved myself, and I've created a system that can help you as well. It's worked with so many people who have been trapped by those same patterns, and together we can banish through those limiting beliefs and create new, supportive, empowering beliefs. And this will last you a lifetime. I mean, this is going to affect every area of your life. Because when you're being beaten down in a relationship, that spirals out. And even if you leave that relationship, you're going to attract more of the same. You have to really get to the root of the problem. Root it out. Just like you're gardening, you're weeding. You don't just pull off the top of the weed. much as it would be so much easier. No, no, no. You got to dig. You've got to get that sucker right out by the end of that root, or you know what happens. It's just going to spread, and it's going to multiply, and you're going to be worse off than you were before. So if you're ready to finally be free of all these narcissists that you're attracting, and you don't even know, they seem like very nice people, and then all of a sudden, you're embroiled in one of those situations again, no more. There's no reason for it. Reach out to me if you are ready to change, if you're ready to step into your power, if you're ready to say no more, I don't accept this in my life, I'm going to make these changes, then I want to work with you. And it sounds like if you agree with that, if that resonates with you, then you're ready to work with me. So PM me down below, and let's have a conversation, and let's get you strong and whole again, and let's get you just out there into the world, and just having those solutions that you're looking for. I can provide them, and I would love to be able to help you with that. So PM me. Big love, everybody. Bye for now.